Hi Jenny, as promised, I'm going to do a little video of what we did yesterday in our yoga practice. Obviously, we did use a bolster quite a lot, so obviously you can use cushions, but I would probably suggest if you do use a cushion, use the sofa type cushions because they're a lot more sort of stable. They're not like a pillow, which is obviously quite soft, unless you got a very hard pillow. So the bolsters are actually about 28 quid if you wanted to buy one. I can get one for you. They're about £45, but I get quite a big hefty discount off it. So if you do want to get one, just let me know. They come in purple, pink and blue. So I've got a block or a yoga brick, which also you could also use a book for if you wanted to. I've also got a blanket or things you might have around the house. So again, you don't have to spend a lot of money to buy stuff. It just, it's probably the bolster is probably the only thing you probably would do actually need, and if you do want to get a couple of bricks. So first one we did was a nice sitting up one. So again, if you have got it has to be quite a firm pillow, just pop a book or something just to raise it up, just underneath there. Or if you've got a book, make sure you've got a couple that if they're quite chunky ones, just to sort of maybe bring a little bit of extra height to that bolster. So daisy, and then just pop that in that position as well. So again, if you've got a blanket, pop that underneath your bottom, just again protect those hips a little bit. We're just going to allow ourselves to come back, just rest back onto that bolster. And again, if you want to put something underneath your head, you can do as well. If you're feeling your chin, basically the chin has to be quite low, so you're stretching the back of the neck. So if you do find your head coming back a little bit, just pop something underneath the back of your head as well, maybe another blanket. And in terms of the feet, your feet can be bent because it just takes the pressure off your lower back. If you have your legs straight, you might find that a little bit more on that lower back, or you can just cross the legs, which I tend to do quite a lot myself. Now ideally the arms should be resting on the floor, so again if you haven't, if your arms feel a bit short, you can just put a couple of pillows or blankets underneath the forearms just to raise your arms up a little bit so you've got something to rest your arms on. And again, this is a really nice restorative pose. It just really opens up the chest and just allows stuff to just, it's a very open pose. So again, you're really just relieving the pressure in the ribs. It helps the ribs breathe better, or the lungs breathe better. Really nice opening up the belly, and again opening up the hips as well if you've got your hips open. So that's a nice pose. Again, I would probably stay in each pose for about a good 5-10 minutes if you can, and maybe just do one a day, just what suits you. Because if you obviously you're quite aware of your body, so just finding what suits you. And if this is quite a nice one for you, again, this might just really help, because again you are opening quite a lot of stuff up as well. So that's option number one. And I don't want to do anything too much on the tummy, because obviously I appreciate that you were struggling a little bit with your chest. A nice problem to have, I suppose, people who haven't got one. Another one we did was laying on the back with a twist. Now again, you don't have to have a bolster for this one. You can just get a few books and raise them up, and then put a blanket on the top just to protect your knees and your feet. But laying onto your back, and we're going to keep the knees bent. So if you have got a dressing gown belt, that would also use, or a belt, a trouser belt, but dressing gown belt's a bit softer normally. I'm just going to bring the left knee in towards the chest. So obviously you could use a belt just behind that knee there. Okay. So yeah, dressing gown belt works really, really well. Just bring that knee into the chest. And again, that might be all you want to do. If you want to bring that leg up into the air, just pop the belt over the sole of the foot. But the main thing is trying to keep the knee as bent as you need to, because we don't want to overstretch it. So just trying to keep it bent, just drawing it very gently in towards the chest. We're just trying to stretch the whole of the back body there. So again, you should feel like the glutes all the way up the back of the leg and maybe even into the heel as well. And if that feels okay, just maybe slightly try straightening that bottom leg so it's nicely on the floor. And again, that just increases that stretch a little bit there. So you might just want to ease up on the belt a little bit, just raising that leg up into the air a bit more. And then very gently we're going to release the knee back into the chest, and then bring your right hand onto that knee and draw it over to the bolster or the blocks you've got next to your books. So try to make sure that your knee and your foot are on the bolster. If you've got your foot hanging off, it's a bit, you need to have something to support the whole of that leg. And ideally, the chest should be on the back should be on the floor. So we're just trying to get that rotation in the bottom of the leg. And again, I know you find it struggling with that hip. So if you do need to bring a bit of extra height in there, so pop another couple of blocks underneath there again, you can, that might be useful as well. So again, I'm going to stay here. And if you want to increase the stretch, just bring the left arm up and just turn the head to the left, so you've got more of a sort of spiral going on, which is quite nice. So again, maybe stay here for about 5 minutes. Because this is more of a yin pose, normally you need to stay in pose for at least 2-3 minutes just to get the full benefit. But obviously it can be a restorative pose, which you probably leave it a little bit longer if that suits you. But because you've got that support, you just need to allow yourself just to sink into there. So, you know, you just allow those muscles to release. And then, as you stay here as long as you need to. So the same on the other side. So bringing the bolster or your blocks or books on the other side. The main thing with anything restorative, it just takes the actual time it takes to set up, to be honest with you. Because it's a bit faffy having to get everything ready, but once you're actually there, it's quite nice. So the same on the left side. Sorry, the right side, to bring the felt underneath the back of the knee, just drawing the knee into the chest. And then solve the foot. And again, you might find one side slightly easier than the other, which is quite normal. Just bending that knee appropriately. And if you want to stretch the left leg out onto the floor, just make sure you release that knee a little bit so you're not overstretching. And again, just allowing that leg just to float in the air there. And then we're going to release that. So bring the left hand onto that knee, draw it over to the left. So again, you might find it slightly more flexible on one side. So again, just make sure you pad all the bits that are supposed to be touching the bolster. So maybe roll up blankets and stuff, just making sure that all that leg is supported. So you're not feeling uncomfortable in that hip too much. And again, if you want to bring the right arm up, look over the right shoulder again, you can, because you've got a lovely long stretch there. And again, I'll probably stay here again for a good 3 to 5 minutes if you can. Okay, so that's another good 2. Because with yoga you tend to move, you tend to do sort of side to side bends, you tend to do forward, back and twists. You have to sort of do counter poses for each other. So we worked with a chair yesterday as well. So maybe turn that chair around. So again, make sure you've got enough padding and stuff underneath your on the seat of the chair. So maybe put another blanket there. And obviously if you want something underneath your bottom, again use something underneath your bottom. Now, either cross legs is fine, because what we're trying to do here, we're opening up the hips, but also we're coming forward as well. So just again, just in the chair, bringing the arms onto, just resting yourself down there. Again, you can have the legs wide, which is probably slightly more uncomfortable. But just allow yourself, basically what we're trying to do is just really sink into it, so you're really coming forward. So the more you sort of come forward, the easier it will be. And you can move the chair slightly further away the more you do it. So just really stretching the back body. So you can cross legs is fine, or you can bring the soles of the feet together into Baddha Konasana, which is a slightly stronger stretch. But yeah, maybe staying here for about 3 to 5 minutes. So again, just stay as long as you need to. I'm just running through these really quickly so that you've got an idea. So obviously you need to probably stay a little bit longer. We're looking at a couple of things standing up as well. So we did back of the chair there. So we did pyramid pose. So basically you bring one foot, so you will try to make sure that both feet are facing towards the short side of the mat. So it doesn't matter how, you try to make sure that the feet are hip width apart rather than having one behind the other as well. So keeping the legs nice and strong. We're going to come forward onto the chair, so just adjust the feet. Just see if you can allow yourself just to, your arms to sink down, sorry, your head sink between your arms. Again, it's a nice stretch of the back body. Okay, the second side. So right leg forward, left leg back. So with this one, because you want to try and make sure your hips are level, try to make sure that your left hip is coming forward, your right hip's coming back. So keeping those hips in the same place, bring the hands onto the chair, just allowing yourself to come forward. So really try to make sure the hips are level. So just adjusting accordingly. And again, you might find it's slightly different on one side. So I think you did struggle. Well, I think you found it very different on one side than the other. Again, just adjusting the feet if you want to bring them slightly closer together or slightly further apart. Again, just have a play. Okay, back up. We're also doing warrior 2 as well. So with warrior 2, you come onto your chair. So it's probably best if you maybe just come onto a seat like that, and then we're going to move the right leg out to the right, bring the left leg behind it. So again, just adjusting yourself so you've got a lovely stretch on the back there. So you've got the support of the chair held this one as well. Again, it's usually quite a strong pose to do. You know, if you are, you know, obviously if you're doing it standing anyway. So again, if your shoulder, I know you said your shoulders are a bit sore. So you can actually keep your left hand down, bring the right hand up, or if you bring both up. It can be quite strong in the arms, so maybe not, you know, again, have a play, see what you think. And the other side, so again moving around. So bringing the left leg onto the chair, sliding the right leg back. So again, you're keeping the hands on the hip, bring the arms up. I probably wouldn't stay here too long, maybe stay here for about 30 seconds to a minute if that's okay. But again, it's quite strong on the arms, so if you do feel you need to bring the shoulders down, feel free to do so. That's that one. And then the last one we did was the Shavasana, but we did have the bolster underneath our knees. So again, if you've got, you know, obviously some blankets, you have lots of rolled up blankets. So coming down, so get the bolster underneath your knees, and then just allowing yourself to just relax into this. Again, a really nice pose. Also goes corpse pose for the obvious reasons. Again, really nice. It's quite nice if you do have a meditation app as well that you can use. I use Insight Timer, which is really good, and some really lovely meditations on there, and it's free. Particularly things like yoga nidras are really nice as well. So if you can get hold of Insight Timer, that's a really good one to use. And again, you can use this pose if you get a blanket on you. Make sure you've got something under your head. Just really enjoy listening to some meditation. It's quite relaxing. Again, staying here as long as you need to, really. So these are basically just the poses we did yesterday. Obviously, I've just done a quick run through with them. So obviously, I'll expect you, hopefully, if you can, stay in them a little bit longer, at least 3 to 5 minutes. Obviously, let me know how you get on. But you know, if you do need a bolster, let me know. I mean, I said that this. I mean, I think they're normally about between. You know, I've seen on Amazon they're about £30 to £40, and then this one's only about £45. But I can get it for £28 if you want to. But yeah, let me know either way. Unless you need, probably got a removal mat at home as well. But if you need help with that, just let me know as well, because I get a 35% discount. So if anything you need, just let me know. Until next time, take care. See you soon. Bye.